Greetings, Kindred. Welcome to Blood City, a Chicago by Night playthrough. My name's David. I'm your storyteller today. I'm joined here by three very skilled and illustrious players from various parts of the world. We're traveling 12 different time zones. I'm hearing an echo. Who's echoing here? Hopefully it's not me. Anyway, Chicago is a city with a very long history. One of the first names that it was ever known as was Mud City because it was built on mud flats. People would go there and they'd get covered, dirty. But these nights, very few remember that name. These nights, the only people that remember that are people that aren't people. Immortals, creatures of the night. Chicago has recently, just as much of the world, been attacked by the Second Inquisition. A lot of the kindred were wiped out or displaced. Huge disruption in the Camarilla. Huge disruption for the Anarchs. And the Sabbat seemingly have disappeared. Chicago is one of the few places that actually has some stability with the Camarilla. Other cities have lost a lot of power. However, some tumultuous things will be happening soon. In these nights, the kindred now call Chicago Blood City for the violence that is about to happen. All right, last session we had a session 0. I'd like each of our players to introduce themselves as players and then introduce their character. So if we could start at the top, Jolene, tell us about Lila and yourself.
Okay, let me go ahead and open my info here since I wrote quite a bit about her.
Sure.
While I'm doing that, I can tell everybody about myself. So hi everybody, my name is Jolene, and I'm not super accustomed to streaming, so just kind of bear with me. I'm sure I'll get a lot better as I get more practice in. So I've been playing tabletop games and role-playing games for a little while now, but I'm not so good about the technical aspects. I always tell my friends that, you know, if they can teach me how to play D&D, I'm sure they can teach anybody. So I really enjoy the story aspect of it. I personally like to write, so writing backstories, I'm all about it. And hobby-wise, I like cosplay. I do photography professionally. Okay, enough about me. I have my character here. So I'm pretty much rolled an assassin-type character who's focused a little bit more on blood magic. For whatever reason, I was drawn into the darkness of the Banu Hakim clan. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. But they were very interesting to me as far as all the things that happen and how they're drawn to actually feeding on other vampires. So for me, the darker the better the character. It's a lot more fun that way. And for whatever reason, I am not finding my background info.
Who has the bird stalking them right now?
I think that's me. I'm in Hawaii.
That's right, beautiful sunny Hawaii.
That's amazing. Yeah, it's. I don't think it's a very good place for vampires, honestly.
I can imagine that. Wow, that's you're almost literally on the other side of the planet for me. That's really cool.
12 time zone difference. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's morning for me. So I just kind of woke up and had coffee. And I don't know where my info is. I had like everything here and
you can
not finding it in
go
tabs.
for it on the fly, that's fine.
Yeah, but okay, here. So really quickly, I grew up in the small town of Chicago, about 2 hours away from the main city. When she was 13, her parents were tragically murdered. And ever since then, she's just kind of been hopping around from family member to family member and to from friends. And eventually, she decided that she was really interested in martial arts, and that's how she met her sire. Ultimately, she would like to find out who killed them, what happened. There's just a lot of weird occult remnants. And she was always just kind of drawn into that darker side of reality. Okay, that's enough from me.
Outstanding. Let's move on to Nigel. Why don't you tell us about yourself and then tell us about John McNeil? I'm not hearing anything. Is anybody picking up Nigel?
Nope, nothing from Nigel.
Sorry, folks, little technical difficulties, but we'll fix that soon.
Yeah.
We'll give Nigel a moment. As Nigel's checking that out, why don't we move on? And Chris, why don't you tell us about Carmen and yourself?
Sure. Hi everyone, I'm Chris, the Primogen on YouTube, and I am playing my first campaign of V5. I'm playing the character Carmen Ramos, or Carmen Maria Ramos, who is, or was by day, an insurance claim consultant. She still is, but she works night shifts now, and she's a Tremere. Recently embraced about 7 years ago due to a sort of well, she was kind of headhunted because the Tremere wanted someone who was familiar with architecture, with mathematics, geometry, stuff like that. And they kind of got the idea that she was interested in the occult, which was not exactly what she wanted to do. Still, she's a careerist. She likes to climb the ladder, so to speak. So she's doing what she's told. She's still running her business on the side. She's living with her mother and her two sisters, as well as her cousins and their parents. And she happens to be quite new in the game, but she's aiming for the top, so to speak. She wants to become Primogen one day. And I think that should be about it for her.
Nice.
Am I back on here?
You are. We hear you. Thank you, Nigel.
Alright, I think my cans just died.
Oh, and 1 second. That bird won't seem to stop. Can we go to push to talk for Jolene? There we go. Oh, nope, it's still there.
Hold on.
Vampire the Masquerade, Chicago by Night. Bird watching edition.
It's just a ghoul. She has to get Animalism 1.
Reasonable.
Alright, so I guess I should jump into me. My name's Nigel Sanford, or Nubs, because of an unfortunate amputation. I'm going to be playing John McNeil, who is a ex-traveling salesman trying to become a legit salesman, set up a business empire and whatnot within the Camarilla, starting with the dojo that Jolene is running and everything. I was sired in the 1960s by a person I tried to sell not only a faulty vacuum cleaner to, but tried to seduce as well, which is where I get my predatory type and everything. Very fly by the seat of his pants, speak from the heart, run by presence type. Cal says, boom, says, down with the cam. Love that name. Sorry, it caught my eye. Anyway, he is not on very good terms with his sire, but he will kind of like tip a glass or, raise an eyebrow across a crowded room type of interaction, and then they ignore each other. She should be floating around here somewhere. Other than that, he's made some bad dealings. He's indebted to the prince, and he gets around.
Nice.
I love the idea that you tried to hit on someone and it turns out they were a vampire and embraced you.
He does not make the best choices, though.
They can't all be regulars.
But yeah, it's kind of fun playing an ex-farm boy who used that upstate country chuck.
Absolutely. Are we still on stream? My stream feed just cut out. I just wanted to make sure that we're.
I think we are.
We are? Okay, good.
I think we're good.
Must be my side then.
It's a little bit choppy. Oh, sorry. It's a little bit choppy on my end, but it could be that on the Wi-Fi. It's not getting a good signal.
Okay. Well, let's continue on then. It's September 15th, 2019, the same day as today in real life. You are waking from your havens for the morning. So since we're going to do a full roll 20 system here, why don't we make rouse checks for the morning? To do that, go to your roll 20. Each one of you should have a tab that simply says rouse. That should be below your disciplines, near the resonance. Just go ahead and make a roll, and we'll see if you become hungrier or not. To rise another day.
Did we start? Did we start with one hunger already, or is that what we're?
Just for the just do a morning rouse check there. The one higher would be for disciplines of level 1.
Ah, man. There we go. I'm hungry.
Yeah, Carmen gains a hunger, and everyone else is successful. So let's change this up here. Okay.
I haven't really been able to feed up my sisters recently. They got their SATs coming up. You know, I can't take away the concentration. So
That makes sense.
Oh, Jolene disappeared. Up for you, Skate. I didn't know she had that discipline.
that's very useful. Fortunately, won't protect it from the sunlight. Do I keep dropping out of? I'm seeing that someone saying player frames keep freezing. So maybe. That's
Right. There seems to be something I think there's something going on with Discord here. Well, between Discord and OBS at least, it seems to be. Yeah. Anyway.
I'm gonna run a speed test, see if it's my modem.
No, it's not you. There's something going on between Discord and OBS for sure here. From what I'm seeing. There we go. Okay, everyone give a big smile. There we go.
smiling.
Hopefully that froze frame there rather than us making strange faces. There we go.
Yeah, frozen. I look like a complete tool, but I'll live with that.
All right.
Yeah, my connection's pretty strong.
Okay.
So let's start with Carmen, since she became a bit hungrier than normal. Is she going to want to go feed, maybe hunting? Or are we going to risk it and just roll with it for the night?
You know what? I have a busy schedule. I have these 3 different events scheduled it out, so I'm just gonna risk it. Worst case scenario, I got some of my study aids, my purse. I'll just make do.
Okay. So, about, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes after you all rise from your day slumber, each one of you, presumably, I assume each one of you has a cell phone. You get a ring on the phone simultaneously, obviously unbeknownst to you since you don't sleep all together.
Just pick it up. This is right after we wake up.
Right. And if you
I'll pick it up as well with the usual response of McNeil Lord, you stab him, we slap.
all right, anyone who answers, it seems like a automated voice something along the lines of Alexa or something like that. All it says is, report to the office, you've been informed. Then it hangs up. You all know, since you all have your own corporate coterie that you're all part of, you've all put in money and investment into this one building, this sort of umbrella corporation, watching all of your backs, something that can pull your resources in case any of your ventures fold. And there's an address that all of your main offices are at together, in one select town part of Chicago.
Okay. Well, thankfully I've scheduled all my appointments later tonight, so hopefully this will be. I get in my car. It's certified pre-used, and I drive down to the office. Hoping to meet the rest of the gang there, so to speak.
I'm gonna jump in the Cadillac and head on over.
Is Jolene still around? Did we lose Jolene?
Sorry. You up there? Push the phone. Hey.
Oh yeah, I'm here.
Hi.
Hello.
Can you see me? Is it working?
Yeah.
Hear you now, yeah. All right, so when you arrive at the office, you don't see anybody around. Nothing unusual, nobody's waiting for you. You all see each other, show up, go to your respective areas, the dojo, the two offices.
All right. John, Lila, I suppose you got the phone call as well.
Yeah, I wonder what happened.
I nod to both of them. You have any idea what's...
No, it was a pre-recorded call. I assumed it was one of the usual channels, but I have about 30 minutes before I need to either unbook one of my appointments or head off for it, so I really hope whatever reason we're here is going to be clear very soon.
Automated voice. I don't know too much about technology. Have y'all seen that Terminator movie, though? Seriously?
Yeah, I think to recall I saw it in the 90s, yeah.
I was just saying, didn't Nosferatu or something be screwing with us? I don't know. Seems like some funny thing with lab.
I suppose that's a possibility. Did we describe how we look as well? Or show me that later?
Yeah, go ahead.
Be good.
Yeah. I guess I'll start. Carmen is fairly short. She's a Latin American, or Latina, I'm sorry. Latina, like that, sorry. She is pretty thin, almost to the point where you would say she's unhealthily so. Obviously pale, because she's dead, but she has long, pitch black hair tied up in a fairly simple braid out of the way, and she has big gold hoop earrings and pretty like very angular makeup, very businesslike. She wears a white shirt and a business cardigan and a pencil skirt, as well as high heels. She's got the pretty fashionable little black purse on her side, which can fit pretty much anything she needs it to. That's one of those pocket dimensions. She's constantly checking for her planner and going on her cell phone and this thing better clear up soon, or I'm gonna be losing a client, and I really don't want that to happen.
I can understand that. I've got a sales pitch on a little later tonight. Well, if any Nosferatu want to make themselves known, that would be handy. I said one for my big 6'4.5" wide as a barn frame, knocking on doors and whatnot. Dressed in a suit that looks a little out of date, pinstripe, mind you. And just kind of knocking on wood to see if there's anything hollow, anything to discover. As the character has a slight hair feeling right now. If that makes any sense.
Yeah.
All right. As you hear just a reverb of your own knocking, suddenly it sounds like something else is knocking just down the hall. You hear...
Lila? Is Lila right there?
Yes.
How does...
So Lila is about 5'7", kind of pale on the thin side. She's half Caucasian, half some other type of Asian mix, which looks very exotic. Straight hair. She's wearing very comfortable clothing, wearing a linen tunic, just because she needs to be able to move around swiftly. Are we the only ones in the building, or are there other people around?
Honestly, I'm going to leave that up to you because these are your businesses. Would there be people around? There's the dojo. There's the insurance office. There's the other office for the traveling salesman making his calls and such. Well, let's see. Are there other people around?
I wrote... Oh, sorry.
I have about 2 students in the dojo. They're just kind of cleaning up the place. So since the door's knocking, one of them is going to go and answer.
Excellent.
I have my Sheridan secretary, Francesca, but I think she's out of office because she handles the day-to-day.
I've got a personal assistant that looks a little overtaxed and overworked, running on coffee and just straightening up my rather messy paperwork.
All right. So your assistant, or one of the, what do you call them? Just one of the people working the dojo, spar or something. They.
One of the students.
All right, student. Sensei Lila. I'm assuming that's how you would be addressed. This gentleman said that you're expecting him, and you're approached by Damien, someone you all know very well, who's the sheriff of the city, works directly for the prince, enforces his laws. He doesn't seem happy to see you.
When is he ever happy?
Visibly nervous, straighten my tie.
He looks all of you over.
Do we have the honor?
The honor. That's a good one.
To the conference room.
I agree. Somewhere a little less
Excellent idea.
exposed.
Smart. You all walk over to conference room. Closes the door, locks it, listens for a little bit. Look. The prince only requests I ensure the envelope reaches you. 4 phones inside are burners and can connect to only one of my people. You get 1 use out of each of them, and then they go dead. Clear? Understand?
Of course.
Okay.
Of course. Sure. Absolutely. It's perfectly
Great.
clear.
Enjoy the rest of your evening. Throws it on the table. Full package. Unlocks the door. Gets out.
All right. Wait until he leaves, and I just look at the others like, "Oh, what was that about? Did any of you get us into trouble, or is this the opposite of trouble? Are we actually? I don't know.
I swear it ain't me this time.
All right. That was a sheriff, right?
Yeah. A reasonably facsimile.
I pick up the package too and just take out the phones and look at them like, so we're supposed to call someone, or is this just like if there is a problem we call someone?
No, I think that they're gonna call us and see what else is gonna happen. Further instruction.
Of course.
So you notice when you open the package, there's not just phones. There's also a couple slips of paper, one envelope. It's addressed to my trusted kin. Do you open it up?
Yes, of
I will.
course.
All right. So Nigel, you're gonna read it.
Yeah, I'll read it out loud.
All right. Do you have a copy of Chicago by Night?
I do.
You go to page 314 and read handout 1, the prince's letter.
314. Advice handout, the prince's letter. Okay. My trusted king, I write to you in complete confidence. Confidence you will remain silent about the information in this letter. And confidence you will perform this task competently and swiftly. Tomorrow, a delegation will arrive at O'Hare. You are to safely guard and transport them from the airport to the third floor of the SC the night after 2100. No later. The night of their arrival, it is your task to keep them somewhere safe, bringing them to the SC on the night following. I should not have to mention I expect the delegation to arrive at the SC intact and well rested. Our visitors consist of 2 individuals of our kind, a small-framed, younger East Asian woman with long dark hair and a bald-bearded, older white gentleman who I choose to describe as unkempt. Meet the delegation at 2200 outside the Terminal 5 Herrick's Grocers in the arrivals area. A car will be ready for you at the Terminal 5 parking lot in Zone 22, H22. The registration and keys for which are also in this envelope. Though you may wish to arrange an additional car on your own, do ensure certain troublemakers from within our social club do not disrupt your task. I'm confident you are aware of whom I speak, but for clarity's sake, I have enclosed files Damien compiled. Use the night you receive my message to subtly kill the fire before it begins. Do not cause unnecessary trouble by leaving stains on the ground. Merely subdue potential issues temporarily for your own and the city's sake. I don't want anyone feeling like they need to cause a rebellion due to your actions. Payment for the successful completion of this task is guaranteed and in keeping with my family's generosity. Sincerely, PKJ. You gotta try an accent there.
Very nice.
The SC. Is that a hotel?
No, you all know what SC is. To your knowledge, as vampires, it is known as the Succubus Club. It's very prolific, if you will. Very discreet, but a lot of things go down there.
I see.
It's a common feeding ground for some of the elite that are into that sort of thing.
The East Coast big brother of the Asylum from Bloodlines.
Ah, I see. All right then. Not exactly my forte, but if the prince asks it, then we can but obey. So they will be landing tomorrow, you said, at 10 p.m. Or is it? Yes, it must be tomorrow, correct? 10 p.m. Terminal.
I checked the letter again, and it's like, yeah, I think they are. We're meeting them at 2200. That's 10.
Mm-hmm. And the night after, at 9 o'clock, we are delivering them to the Succubus Club. I will have to reschedule. Well, this payment better be worth it. I have a lot of contracts on the run right now, but I suppose I do have a car. Well, John, you have one as well, a Cadillac, correct?
Yeah, I got Betty.
Lila, do you have a vehicle?
No, I do not.
Right then.
The last time I drove was in the 1960s.
Oh.
Little rusty.
Well then. Well, I suppose you better be driving with one of us then. Okay. There was supposed to be something else included, correct? Some files compiled by Damien?
Yes, you see 3 different handouts. Slips of paper with notes. Sort of like an official report. It's very brief, a summary of 3 different individuals which may cause you problems.
Handout 2 through 4.
Correct.
You want us to read those out loud?
Sure. That's page 315.
Okay. I'll take Flyboy then, I guess.
Go for it.
Noah Gruel, alias Flyboy. This member of our club followed in Tyler's footsteps with his interest in the city's air travel system. He believes O'Hare is his territory and claims to control everything entering and leaving Chicago via flight. He will undoubtedly raise questions about our guests and their business, and perhaps prevent them from passing security, though we suspect they have methods of bypassing mundane check. He has influence over the Department of Aviation's executive team, specifically one from the city of Nova. Should I keep reading?
If you wish.
I will. So, Charles Dawson, alias Crook. When Charles becomes bored, unnecessary drama occurs, and we believe he heard of this coming delegation. Therefore, he will undoubtedly do whatever he can to draw unwanted attention and disrupt the proceedings. He will most likely send out thugs to spy on you and sabotage your mission, just to prove his relevance in the city. He will be around Crook's Lounge near Rogers Park, as they are currently renovating. And finally, we have Genghis. Interesting name. No alias. If you haven't lived under a rock for the past few years, don't take that as a personal insult, you would know about Genghis and his alternative methods of dealing with his hatred for the club. He would happily go out of his way to release PKJ's hold on power when he hears about a foreign delegation arriving, and I suspect he will due to his high status among the local rebels. Rest assured, Genghis will have his eyes on the airport. I cannot say where he is at the moment, as his movements are completely unreliable. An informant tells me he has a haven on the Gold Coast at 126 East Cedar Street, but security will be tight. Sounds like a delightful gang, this.
Well, sounds like we got somebody who has some powerful eyes or whatnot. Those Crooks minions can be spotted pretty easy.
Sorry, I lost you.
I was saying, if somebody's got aspects or whatnot, they can spot that guy, Crook's minions, watching us.
Well, I do have certain powers at my command regarding that.
must admit I'm a bit rusty when it comes to using referred to as disciplines, correct? But I do believe I should have some ability to sense the unseen. That's all. I don't know if Lila has any more abilities at her disposal.
I can move swiftly unseen.
It would be excellent when we inevitably have to confront them. We can have someone approach from behind, just in case the unseen wants confrontation. I found in my few years amongst the kindred that normal forms of communication seems to be out of favor. Well,
So now you have quite the task ahead of you, but also you have had your own unlives to deal with. So how are you going to handle this?
Well, we're not supposed to be spilling blood, so maybe I can talk some of these crooks into turning tail and turning on their master there.
well, this Noah Gruel person, Flyboy, seems the most reasonable of the lot, and I suppose we could approach him as well. If he considers the O'Hare his territory, then he might simply request intervention, like return a boon or something.
There's a backup plan on that one. I could always, I could talk to the TSA and get them to just wave them through.
Could be, but if this Gruel has, when you say assistance, like the airport, report back to him in the difficult situation regardless. Personally, I believe that most anything can be hashed out in a business-like manner, so but we shall keep that in mind, of course. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit stressed. I have 3 appointments I have to cancel on a very short notice, so perhaps you can decide where we will go first, and I will join you as soon as I'm done with my calls. That's fine.
How about you, Lila? What do you think?
Well, I think we don't know what the other party's plans are, but we can plan our own types of distraction just to take the eyes off of what is immediately happening.
I like that. Lead a cow across the pasture to make sure the bull is distracted. Got it.
Sorry, what did we decide?
Lila had a genius idea. We can, if we form our own plans for distractions, why not? We can make sure that things are too busy for these 3 to bother us anyway.
That's a good idea. Did you have any suggestions for distractions? I'm assuming something legal.
Well, of course. It's the airport, right?
Possibly.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we do have a whole day until their arrival of the delegation, so perhaps we could approach 1 or 2 of these individuals as well before that and see if we can distract them already. Maybe, I don't know. You clearly have the in here, so I will follow along and do what is required. I do have some sway over time. That's the term we're using.
So do any of you, or all of you, head to that airport? That's the first location I heard you speak of.
I think we should scout out the airport real quick, no matter what.
And that would be a good idea. Yes, airport first.
I would say airport, talk to the security, figure out the lay of the land. Also, we don't know for sure that these people are going to be having a hand in, ruffling up our guests. So to speak.
It's true.
That is true, but you know
So
that the prince isn't one for rumor. He probably knows something, which is why he would bring it up.
So I think that to confront them would just kind of make them more excited.
Or give them an idea that he didn't have yet.
This is true. If we can get this flyboy on our side, if he approaches us when we get to the airport, then perhaps we can convince him to help in preventing these other two disrupting at least till we get out on the highway, which is the O'Hare Airport. I don't really know who these people are, but this Genghis fellow certainly seems like someone who would be a bit difficult to convince verbally to stand down and do what was going on.
Okay, well, if the prince sent us all this information about these people, and clearly they're problem people, it's probably not worth even starting a dialogue with them. Our best offense is our best defense.
I like that. I like that way of thinking. It's good. Best offense is good. Best defense, yes, that's good. It's a good idea. Good.
I think that's why we're calling this Blood City.
You could say that distracting under the pretense of talking to these people so that they don't see what the others are doing. I could talk to Flyboy about you two are setting up plans or figuring out what in the airport.
That's still, if we go today, they will land tomorrow. I don't know, are we looking for ways to hide them? Are we looking for ways to get out of there? We already have when they will arrive, where we will meet them, and where we will take them. Worried about the whole going to the parking lot.
I got an idea. What if I go talk up one of those TSA guys and figure out, pour on the charms till he tells me which route we should take a VIP and avoid detection. See if we can bypass a few things. Make a friend.
Yeah, that's a good idea. They probably have service tunnels. I seem to recall I saw a documentary a few years back about service tunnels. They're kilometers of them, or miles. Service tunnels. Yeah, yes, that's a good idea. Good idea.
I also think if they're coming off the plane, maybe a distraction of some sort where, there's like a showy dance, kind of martial artsy flair thing take the eyes off the passenger seat plating.
Good idea.
I agree.
Well, we seem to have a plan. I've made my calls. Let's go to the airport.
Hey, let's see.
Well, do we have any contacts that do security or work for the airport?
I don't believe so.
I do have one of my contacts is funny you mention it. He's an expert in security systems. So, what did you have in mind?
Well, I think it would be better if we contact the head person ahead of time and schedule a meeting.
Oh yes, of course. What if I were to discuss matters of insurance with a security person? After all, we have a VIP or two VIPs arriving, and it would be really bad for the O'Hare business to accidentally provoke some matter of disputes between the two parties. I could consult them in whatever specific needs these clients would have. if we speak with the security person.
Well, you don't mind, I'd like to come with you on that one.
Okay, I need to speak to some airport director of entertainment of some sort.
Right. We'll ask around when we get there.
And we should probably get a layout of the airport itself.
You want to put feet pavement and map it out?
Sure we can get some kind of brochure map at the airport itself. No? Well, it might not show the service tunnels and such, but that would be...
That's good thinking.
They don't do much flying, but I mean, to me, seem reasonable.
So are you all heading down to O'Hare?
It seems that way. I'll take my car. Lila, you can go with whichever one of us you would prefer.
Okay, I'll go with you.
Betty and I will meet you there.
All right, carpooling down. Nothing too eventful. You saw some of the roadways were closed off, but nothing that was in your path between your office and the airport itself. The usual odd sights this late at night. Even though it's early in the night, the interesting people have already come out of the woodwork. But as I said, relatively uneventful. You make it to one of the largest airports in the U.S. and the world, O'Hare, in all its glory. You're able to find normal paid parking. You can get out of there soon and hopefully avoid the payment, but it depends how long you want to stay here for the night.
Well, the faster we can get this done, the better. I'm still worried about these other two, all three of them, to be honest. Lila, you wanted to speak with some manner of entertainment chief of entertainment?
Director.
Well, first of all, let's get a map at the airport. Start looking for one of those stands or places that might sell them if they don't have them for free.
I think a customer service desk would get both done real quick.
Of course.
So which part of the airport do you head to first? Maybe the departure area or baggage claim?
Yeah. The arrival area. What was it? The fifth. The Terminal 5, Herrick's Grocers. That would be the relevant one, right?
Head directly to that terminal.
I guess.
All right, standard airport. At that point, you don't see too many airport employees around until you get to some of the more secure areas. There are information desks and that sort of thing. Occasional security guard. Just hanging out at the airport right now. Who do you want to talk to? Or what do you want to do?
I'm seeing where our the likely place where our vehicle will be waiting for us. The one that said would be provided.
What, Zone 22?
Yeah, I'm getting a visual cue on where Zone 22 actually is. H22.
Okay. The lane's sort of out of the way. Definitely part of the area where people would generally leave, but a little further out so that there's not going to be a lot of congestion. You kind of soak it in. You get the lay of the land, but like most of the other lanes, it just heads off into the highway to get out.
So, I mean, it's pretty quiet. This is about their arrival time?
For the next day, yeah. I mean,
Well, because it wouldn't make sense to have any kind of distraction if it's this quiet. It would just draw more attention to.
That's true. You might want to go with subtlety.
It might actually be better if we just get them out unseen as quick as possible through a different route.
I was thinking that since and we have 3 vehicles, counting the one that we'll be getting tomorrow, we could actually split up to provide some kind of distractions so they don't know which vehicle to follow.
Oh, the black game.
What?
Talking about the street game. Well, 3 card in, Monty.
I suppose.
Well, that's how they do it in the movies anyway. You have all the same type of car. You don't put all your eggs in one basket.
It's true. Well, we probably can't get similar cars, but we can at least park them fairly close, so, and maybe even bring with us someone else to act as a decoy.
Maybe. I'm pretty
Who
sure
knows?
we could rent cars.
I mean, I don't think these 3 will know exactly who we're fetching, just that we're doing the Princess errand. So, just finding 1 or 2 people each to bring in their cars might be enough.
I think we're thinking a little bit too small on this. I think finding the passenger manifest and getting them as soon as they get out of the plane would be the best route to go, and getting them out through another exit, and then avoiding all of that other stuff.
The old switcheroo, I like it.
Well, you only have 2 people work protected.
Right, exactly. So it's better if we're as undetected as possible.
Are you suggesting we actually retrieve them even before they pass through the gate?
So they're gonna have to get off the plane, and then through, it's a normal airport, so they'll have to go through the normal channels of being funneled with everyone else. So I could possibly grab them and redirect them.
So that might be good. How far away from the gate is the parking lot? Parking garage?
It is like, I don't know, 20 yards, 40 yards,
That's not too far.
or meters.
No, but we don't want them walking through a parking garage. I think it's better if they just get into a car that drives them.
That's good. That's very good. Then we can drive. We can use that idea.
Clerk, the girl with the check your tickets in.
Yes, but today they have.
Oh yeah, hey John, why don't you turn on that charm of yours and go talk to them?
I'm on it. David, can I see any particular clerk or whatnot of the female gender that looks like they are distracted, or they're not like super serious into their job?
I would say that most of the employees seem a bit distracted, and maybe they're not that serious with their job. Sure, you can pick up an individual. What do you want to do?
All right,
Or say?
I'm gonna go introduce myself. pick one. Pull up that. I have a feeling dice rolls are going to be involved.
You got this. First rolls.
Let's. Actually, so, James, what can, or let me tell you what I can do. I'm looking for my friends, and I want to surprise them. We got this whole party. We got their birthday, and we got balloons and a car and everything. It's going to be an extra special. But I need when they're getting off exactly, and from what plane, and everything. Is there anything you can do to help me out on that?
You want to get information about somebody? Who is this person?
Yeah, like you know, I want to hit them right at the gates with all the good times for a birthday you could possibly. So if you got like list or something of who's where and whatnot that I can use, get them good. I mean, this is my friend from way back in the when we were knee high to a grad. Think you can help me out?
All right, I'm gonna need you to make a manipulation plus subterfuge roll here. Do it through roll 20, please.
Can I activate my awe presence there?
You may.
And does my good looks merit?
Oh yeah, you're trying to be slick, so I don't see why not.
All right, cool.
Just realized we don't know their names, so this is probably. I hope we can get enough information from this.
That's why I asked for. I'm trying to figure out this rolling system here. Okay. Manipulation plus. Wait, then I input modifiers.
Yep.
All right. So I've got a total of 4 from my merits and everything, and then the subterfuge is 6. Or brings that up to 7 dice. So, how do 10 successes do me?
Wow.
That looks like you did 15 dice.
Did I?
Well, I see 15 dice.
Okay. I did that wrong.
Yeah, you did that wrong.
I do apologize. I am learning the system.
Yep, that's fine. Although still, even with 15 dice, 10 successes is a lot of successes.
Yeah, it's a 60. Okay, we're going to try this again. We've got the 3 there. We've got the 4 from the other thing. So we've got 7. Okay.
It's 11 dice.
Yeah, it's 4 manipulation, 3 subterfuge. I'm charming them. So my good looks gives me another 1, 3 presence, and I should have a specialty in subterfuge seduction.
Oh. Well, let's just say it's a outstanding success. Since you're always rolling 5 or more here.
I have one thing. I do it well.
All right. Suddenly she becomes less disinterested and sort of like perks up a bit and is like, "Oh, well, yeah, sure. I mean, that's so good of you to want to meet a friend like that, especially someone so, charming as yourself. I mean, who wouldn't want friends like you?"
Well, who wouldn't mind a friend like you too?
So, how could I help you again? Who is this you're looking for?
Oh shit. Oh, it's my friend from way back. She recently changed her name when she got married again because you know how it is with Her first husband was abusive. She wanted to drop everything, get
Oh
away.
no. Wow.
Yeah, so she said, quote, "I'd know her new name when I see it." So that's why I was asking for the list.
Now,
Dear Lord,
I'm not
that
supposed
was
to do this, but if you just walk behind the counter here, maybe you could see who it is. You know, why don't you get a little closer to me, honey?
Oh yeah, I mean, all I'm doing is leaning into your eyes, and go. As I'm leaning in, I'm gonna take a quick snapshot with my phone at my hip.
Oh,
If
what?
that's
Why don't you? How about you take a selfie of the two of us, honey?
Oh, I haven't heard a better idea yet. And schmooze it up with her, give her a kiss on the cheek as we do the selfie. I may have just found somebody to feed on.
Could you send me a copy of that?
Really necessary?
You're so handsome.
Well, only if you put your number in my phone.
She does it right away, eagerly.
All right.
So with that, you now have a bunch of flight itinerary information, a bunch of names listed. Could you think about that and review what your next steps are going to be? We're going to take a short break. Nice 5 minutes for us to take care of what we need to do, and we'll be right back. Thank you.
Okay. See you soon.
Cool.
Welcome back. Chicago by Night, Blood City. We're at the O'Hare Airport, trying to figure out what's going on. Who are these people that they need to pick up the next day at the prince's behest? Our coterie, still a bit confused. John McNeil just seduced some information out of one of the workers there at the airport. Got a bunch of names, some flight itinerary information. Honestly, it's a lot of information. None of the names quite mean much to you, John.
Okay.
There's a lot of names, a lot of flights, a lot of airlines.
I send the images to them as well.
All right.
See if they can decipher things, because I get the feeling the jittery one is smarter than me.
I mean, I look things over. I think we might be able. Like, we do have a time when they're roughly supposed to be landing, which should be at 10 o'clock outside Terminal 5. We have a basic description of how they look. There are obviously no photos in this list, just names, right?
Speaking of names, I make a point to look up the name of the girl that I took a selfie with. Get a feed from her later.
Okay, keep that one in your back pocket, for sure.
Yep.
She's still kind of eyeing you, giving you a little wave.
I wink.
Well, we have the flight manifest. We know roughly how many people will be on that plane.
All right, so you're approached by airport security. Can we help you? Looking at all three of you.
Can we help you? Sorry, are we in the way?
Are you looking for somebody? Do you need something?
I look over at John, like,
Let me tell you how I can help you. See, I came over here to celebrate a friend's birthday and everything, and, well, I want to be able to really wow them, turn on that VIP day for their first birthday after they got free from, this whole abusive situation. They're getting married. That's why they're flying here. And, well, we want to be able to pick them up and get them out of here and, get them on their way to the bachelorette party. Point at Lila, and the maid of honor here has got something real nice planned, but she won't tell me anything. I'm the wrong persuasion. And, well, we were wondering if there's any way we can cut the fat off this cow and get them out of the airport right out of the gates.
You want to go into the gate area? Beyond the you want to go directly to the flight line? Is that what you're talking about?
Well, yeah, be able to get them right off the plane, get them, through all the checks and everything as quickly and quietly as possible. David, can I actually try a rouse roll to turn on entrancement?
Sure.
I think this would be a very good time for that.
Go for the roll.
All right. Where is my windows got moved? Doo-doo-doo. All right. Rouse roll. There it is. And rousing success. So,
ooh,
entrancement is rolling. Which, charisma and presence versus composure and wits. I only need to gain his attention and win a contest. So, again, apologies that I am just learning this Roll20 system.
Sure.
So I need.
That's fine. I'm nervous for my rolls too.
Yeah. Do I add presence to this as well?
Well, you don't. I don't think you add presence twice, because that just didn't affect your normal stats. So yeah, roll your what is it? Charisma plus presence.
Oh yeah, you're right. It already has. It already has that in there. Okay, cool. I'm kosher. All right, and none modify. I've got 3 in presence. I don't think my good looks are going to get me anywhere on this one. So we are going with 3 successes.
You never know. You might think you're interesting.
All right, let's see how that works. Yeah, you beat there too.
Cool. After succeeding, the user adds dice equal to presence on any social roll. Request resulting in obvious harm. Break it.
They kind of start to go from just like a flat blank face to kind of a smile. They're like, yeah, that's an interesting idea. I mean, I love back in the day you could do that so easily. Really good on you for wanting to go back to that, but now we're in this I hate to admit it, practically a police state here in the airport. I need to file so much paperwork to get through all that.
Well, is there any way we can avoid that paperwork there? I mean, come on, you're obviously somebody who knows they're around here, knows the ins and outs and the secret places to nip out for a smoke or whatever. You got to know the tricks here, right?
Yeah, I mean,
oh, sorry.
Oh, go for what were you gonna say?
No, I was just gonna ask: is John and the guards are they like? Can I speak to them as well, or did you go to the side?
I think we're talking right up near you.
Yeah, I believe so.
I'll wait until John finishes with his talk, and I'll add something in later.
Okay, I'm taking point, I guess. All right, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you'll have to talk to the head offices if you want to get through.
Could you arrange? Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
The head offices. Where do we go to speak to them?
So you're asking though, not okay.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Well, I'm asking it. Yeah.
You need to make an appointment. You got to call ahead. It's only normally we don't take same day meetings.
I see.
Yeah,
That's
but what
pity.
if we got somebody as awesome as you help us out, man?
Roll manipulation plus persuasion.
All right. Oh, I don't have as many dice on this one. We got that off, still rolling.
You got this.
And we've got 2 from persuasion. That roll it.
There's 2 guards.
Critical
right?
hit.
Ooh, nice.
That's really
nice.
Cool. I like that.
John McNeil.
Very
he's
good.
written left and right with his social rolls here.
If only I could do it in real life.
Are there 2 guards or 1?
There's 2 guards, but one's clearly taking a lead. The other one might be a trainee.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I think I know the exact person you need to talk to. Real head honcho. Why don't I take you to the office myself? Follow me.
All right. I motion to the other 2 to follow.
Yep, follow. I'm at the ready. I don't like the sound of this head honcho, but
Nor do I.
we'll deal with it when we get there.
You go
I'm
through
sure
some.
John will do fine just talking to him.
There you go.
I'm gonna get shot in the face, I swear.
You go through some
What's your moneymaker?
back ways, scans in his ID. Couple ways you know for a fact civilians aren't supposed to be going through. Get a couple side eyes from other security guards, but he's just waving them on, being like, "Got to take him to the boss." All right, so you get to an office. Security guard lets you in. Says, "Boss, these individuals, they really need to talk to you. I think you should talk to them." Some man's just sitting there.
Oh, can I ask if the boss recognizes me because I'm a famous figure, or at least in the city?
He doesn't seem too excited to see you. Kind of got his finger on his temple, like he's got a migraine. Looks at you. Like, just get out. Come on. He's waving at the security guard, not you. Like, oh, okay, boss. You three, close the door.
Do so.
What are you doing here on my territory? This is my place. I control this. This is my airport.
Mr. Gruel, I presume?
Oh, I stepped in it.
That's me.
Of course. Deeply apologize for our intrusion into your territory. Was not entirely aware that the entire O'Hare Airport was yours. It will not happen again. My associates and I are merely here for a business business task. We will be out of your hair before you know it.
You're still here. What do you want? Just tell me. Just tell me what you want.
I'm sorry, David, I didn't hear you on that.
Just tell me what you want.
We want to be have your permission to pass through peacefully through your territory without bothering anybody, without upsetting anything.
We have some guests arriving tomorrow.
Isn't that nice? This is an airport. People come through. Why are you talking to me?
Well, we have some special instructions, and we would like to get through the airport without making a scene or ruckus.
Special instructions. You're working for somebody. Who are you working for?
John, do you want to take the lead?
Oh, I was thinking of what to say. Well, it's one of those situations where we're working we were voluntold to get something through. I'm sure you can understand. Everybody has to deal with it coming up.
Oh, I understand. All right. I understand. You're trying to edge in on my territory. You're trying to do something under my nose.
Well, why do you think we came here? Why we asked to see you? Why we kept working our way up is to pay respect and not do it under your nose.
So respectful. So respectful. Go ahead, and you're going to need to make a roll here to how much the Noah actually believes you here. Roll since you're trying to charm again. Try a charisma plus persuasion roll.
Okay.
Lots of rolls.
No, I'm just, I don't know, does all apply to vamps too, or just mortals? Anyone?
Is he the only one that can roll, or can we roll as well?
Only one roll's going to count. I would imagine that. I mean, you can try to make other arguments, but if he's the one talking, he's the one making the roll.
While he does that, I'm going to try to boost a blood surge. Oh, sorry.
Critical hit.
Oh, nice.
Rolling crits left and right.
Again. Nice.
The system loves me. I love the system.
I'm going to try to boost my manipulation while he's doing that. Is that a rouse check?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Hunger gain.
Of course. Another hunger.
You're at 3 hunger now. You feel the beast well up a bit. Now you're kind of you're at the level where if you were human, it'd be like you skipped a couple meals. You haven't eaten all day.
That's fine. I'm used to being on amphetamines, so I'll just pretend that this hunger is energy striving to get out of my body. And I'm continuously tapping my glasses nervously. Okay.
All right. From John's success, Noah calms down a bit. Okay. Maybe I was a bit harsh. You are here. You did find your way to my office. I mean, I would prefer if you were to try to contact me directly rather than just like wandering around. But you know, I don't give out my number, so maybe that's on me.
Can't blame me for not giving it out.
Yeah. What is it I can do to help you? What? I don't understand what you need from me.
We have 2 individuals that are going to be getting off a plane tomorrow, and we just want to pass through. That's all.
Just pass through.
Not even stop to buy a magazine.
All right. Is there something you can perhaps give me? Or just giving you preferential treatment here? Maybe I'll even give you my number. Are you going to form connections here? Is that what's going on?
Mr. Gruel, if I may. I'm sorry, John. Can I just cut in? You can see that Carmen is pretty agitated. I work with insurance claim consulting, and obviously your domain, your territory is the O'Hare Airport, where I am sure several incidents occur every day. Not your fault, not your problem, maybe, but I would happily offer my services for you in exchange. I'm quite good at it, at a very, very agreeable fee. For example, I could do consulting for free, just so you can have a taste of what I'm offering.
Consulting for free? I'm not sure what you mean, though. Insurance? Trouble?
Yes. Sometimes when you try to claim insurance, and the insurance companies might question the legitimacy of your claim, sometimes you hire a consultant to do some internal research, find some evidence that everything is in order, and convince the insurance firms that it is in everyone's best interest that you get that claim you're asking for.
All right. Why don't you roll manipulation plus, I don't know, persuasion or subterfuge, depending on whether or not you intend to actually follow through with this.
Wow. That's gonna have to be persuasion then, because I do offer it, but that's not my forte in this. So that's gonna be 5 dice, I think. I want extra. How would I include this? I have boosted my manipulation to 4.
So under modifiers, just add an extra die.
Okay.
After you click the button.
Rolls then, right? Or where do I enter modifiers?
All right. So go to the skill. Click the roll button, and then it should ask you which stat is going along with it, and then add a modifier of 1.
Manipulations and modifier of 1.
Roll 20 is a great system. You can get all these rolls in.
Yeah,
There you go.
good.
4?
Oh, well, that's 4 successes.
That's pretty good.
Perfect. I did forget to roll 1 hunger die though. But is that?
Well, none of them are ones, so let's let that one go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Really.
All right. Free services. I scratch your back, you scratch mine. Fine.
Of course. Get my card. After.
Excellent. All right. Well, we made a good connection tonight. I look forward to doing business with you. I suppose I can watch your back. Make sure that you get out of my airport safe and sound. You have my word.
Can I use insight to see if he's lying on that one?
Absolutely. What would it be? Investigation and awareness?
I'd say it sounds like a wits insight thing, which is not my best, but I'm gonna try.
Okay. Wits plus awareness?
Insight is the one.
Oh, is insight a skill?
Yeah. So under skill.
No, it is. Okay.
Yeah.
Give me the roll.
And I've got nothing to modify that. Okay.
1 success. You
I got
don't.
1 success, and it's on my hunger die.
You don't feel that anyone who's ever been charmed lit by you has ever turned their back, betrayed you after. You're pretty confident in your skills with your silver tongue and your good looks. It doesn't seem like
Sounds about right.
a deception.
What could go wrong?
What could possibly go wrong?
So is that it? Are we?
Other than just us offering our thanks, I think we're good. Could we get your? Oh yeah, he gave the card, didn't he? Okay.
Yeah. One more thing, I believe. Are you familiar with the names of Charles Dawson and Genghis? I don't know if that's a code name or his real name.
Let me think here. I know I've heard the name Genghis for sure. Some sort of troublemaker, someone I don't want to deal with.
We have it on good authority that both of these individuals may want to disrupt the business at O'Hare Airport tomorrow night. We have some basic information about their appearances, if you'd like. And as a favor, we're giving this information to you to inform your security personnel should these two individuals make an appearance.
Interesting tip. I humbly accept your information.
Of course, I describe them. I don't hand over the things we got, but I describe them from the notes.
Okay, you read it off? Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. I'll have my security team on alert.
Of course. With any luck, they will simply realize it's not worth the effort and just leave the airport alone.
Agreed.
It's really worth the effort to invade on such a clearly established individual.
Yes, of course.
Thank you for your help. I'm hoping nothing controversial happens in my airport, and I hope you keep to your word that you'll simply leave, and of course we'll continue our business from then on.
Of course. I look forward to our next meeting.
As do I. Now, if you don't mind, please don't linger.
Of course.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
You may go now.
Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you kindly.
What's the next destination?
Well, I am getting very peckish.
That's right. What do you use on the verge of hunger there? The time to feed?
Oh, it does feel that way, doesn't it? Unfortunately, I have none of my usual suppliers nearby, but I do have some emergency means of dealing with it.
Is he mentioning this out loud?
Oh no, this is mental music.
Internal monologue.
Yeah. Would it be all right if we perhaps stopped by? I'm talking as we're leaving the office. As we perhaps stopped by. No, that wouldn't work. It would take too much time. You know what? I will simply have to brave it through the night. We are on a schedule after all. I will feed once we are done.
Okay. So where to next?
Hunger, I'm really.
Well, where is it? The renovations.
Okay, well, what's next on our list? The car situation. So we could probably get them out of the airport. Although we didn't talk to the guy about another route they could take, so I'm not sure how much leeway we will have.
I have an idea, but it is a little bit risky. But if we do it properly, then there won't be any need for any of us to even enter the terminal after arrival. We will simply need to find out what personnel will be working at the hour of their arrival, and with some convincing, we can have one of them escort the two to the parking garage, and we will meet them there. Perhaps for a service passage or something similarly nondescript.
Yes, but if somebody tries to take them, we're leaving our kind in the care of mortals.
This is true, but on the other hand, I'm not as well armed as one of the security officers in this airport. I'm assuming they are carrying handguns.
Security guards? Yeah, some of them are armed, especially around the like the little security TSA zones, that kind of thing.
Yeah, one of those times where the player knows things and the character doesn't. I work professional security. That's my actual job. Yeah, they would probably be having 9mm or 40 caliber, and a asp baton, typically 2 handcuffs, pepper spray, taser, and many of them also have a utility knife on them. So
I think we need to also find the names of our passengers, so that would be a little bit easier.
How would we do that? Should we we do have the phones, but we can only use them once. And if the prince wanted us to know, it would be in the letter.
I think we were given only physical descriptions because they're VIPs that the prince doesn't want loose lips saying are in the territory. People that could otherwise be targeted. Or the prince doesn't want others to know that they're being, that they're associating with him. Because something about this just seems like the prince wants them down low, even to his own allies.
Do you all...
I don't think we... Yeah, sorry.
I was going to say, you all probably have your own suspicions why you were asked to do this task. Individually, you all have your own backgrounds. You know that it's not because your coterie is necessarily in the Prince's pocket. You are all loyal subjects to the Camarilla. But I imagine each of you suspects you have a different reason why your coterie was chosen. Also, there's
Fairly on.
2 other individuals that might mess with you.
Well, it does seem like we've set Flyboy against Crook, as the 2 are at odds, provided Flyboy actually follows through. I think he will.
Me too. It doesn't hurt to approach both of these individuals, however. I think Lila, this Genghis or however you would say his name, he seems to be the kind of person who respects, well, I don't want to say violence, but strength. Strength apparently doesn't care much for the elite club we're part of, and we did learn that he has some sway with the local rebels. If what I've learned about them is true, then they're usually the more physical kind of opposition, as it were. I could be wrong, but I have learned a little bit about the different factions of our club. And Charles, easily bored, unnecessary drama. We could provide some interesting distraction to him, that would be all well and good.
Do we know what he's interested in?
Alright, didn't catch that then.
Do we know what he's interested in?
We know where he lives. We know that he's easily bored. That's about all we know. And that he might have sent someone to spy on us.
And I believe all 3 of your characters don't have any ties to any of the 3 individuals described in the handouts, so the only things that any of you would probably know are in the handouts.
Yeah, this is true.
We could go talk to Charles and see if there's something we have to offer. If nothing else, we can offer him a boon. Maybe even have him join and rise up with us.
Could turn out useful. I definitely say he's a safer card than Genghis is, that's for sure.
I'm sure if he's looking to move on up, then doing a favor for the Prince alongside us, as well as showing he's a team player, will do him well.
Well then, I guess we're going... Lila, do you agree?
I don't have any better ideas, so we could try that route.
We'll check in with Charles then. I hope he is not as unreliable as he's being presented in the documents we got.
Well, let's hope we don't get stranded up Dawson's Creek here.
Is that wait, Dawson's Creek, was that was a show, right?
Yeah.
I think I saw it in my teens. That's a strange reference.
Well, his last name was Dawson, I saw it.
Yeah,
we read it.
So do you head down to the lounge mentioned in the document?
Yeah.
Yes, that would be where we're heading, yeah.
All right.
I think we're running out of time here, too.
All right, as you approach, you see the lounge. It's on the north side of Chicago. You see that the bar is visibly closed off and barred off with a large warning sign on the front door reading, "Please wear safety equipment when entering."
Oh, yeah.
Can't stop me because I can't read.
superpower.
Safety equipment.
Maybe they can't read. That actually sounds like an interesting character.
Well, fortunately I can read, but I don't think we need safety equipment. I don't suppose there are any helmets lying around. The reflective vests.
No. Nothing available. The construction crews left for the day because it's late. People don't want to hear pounding at this time of night.
Well, I've been worse places, so I'll take the lead, I guess.
I think out of caution, I'm going to activate one of my fortitude powers. The what's it called? Toughness.
Oh, that's good. That's a good one.
Activating your toughness. Okay. Does that require a rouse check?
Yes, it does. I'm just figuring out how.
And I'm gonna activate Sense the Unseen. Oh, it doesn't have a rouse check. Oh, thank God.
My crits continue.
Oh my God, again?
Well, with rouse checks, it's either you gain hunger or you don't. So.
Alright, that's good. That's good. Still, did you flirt with a dice bot before we started playing? Or?
I have no idea, but I have the feeling next game it's all gonna be.
No, just continue your streak of API seduction. That sounds like the right thing to do. All right, you're tougher. You feeling strong?
I'm activating Sense the Unseen, which is Wits Auspex, and I think they suggest you roll it secretly if there's something to see. So I don't know that there's something.
Yeah, just go ahead and roll it. There's nothing to be hidden.
All right, okay.
Should I wear a awareness or something?
Sure. Are you gonna like investigate? Like check it out? Check out the lounge.
Actually, we'll wait until we get in there first, and then you can tell us the description.
All right. How do you get in?
We have to get in.
Seems closed off. It's under construction.
Yeah, I guess so. I'll do awareness and investigate. How does this work?
Here we go.
All right. For your
Sorry.
awareness check, just click the die next to your awareness on your character sheet.
Okay.
And then the trait will be wits plus awareness, and then just let it roll with no modifier, I think.
Unless you have Auspex.
So, do I put a modifier or no?
No, that's perfect.
Oh, that's so sad.
Oh, that's a lot of dice. Yeah, wow.
Still a success.
That's all fun.
I got 2 on my Sense the Unseen.
All right, your sense the unseen. You don't see anything that is supernatural or out of the ordinary. This just seems like a normal bar to you. Nobody's quite around. You guys are looking through the windows. You don't see anybody in there. But the note said he would be in there. You can see from the outside though that there's a couple ways out back. You don't know if it's just like a kitchen, bathroom, back room. But you would you need to get in to investigate that further.
You know what? Stranger things have happened. I tried the doorknob.
The door's locked, but it's doesn't feel like. What was that?
I said worth a try.
Oh, absolutely. There is a way around the building too. What was that?
Could always try knocking.
You could.
I'm gonna knock the whole change and a haircut and leave the last 2 beats off.
So, do one of you does have Auspex, right? That is Carmen.
Yep.
How's your roll? Let's see here.
Okay, hold on.
Sorry. Sorry. What happened?
I don't know what the hold on was about, but go ahead and roll
Okay.
wits plus awareness.
Wits plus awareness. You got
Yeah.
it. Let's see here. Wits and awareness. So, awareness. Ah, man, that's not very high. Wits. Here we go. Oh, well, one success.
One
It's
success.
all hunger die, so
Nice.
At least not
that's
at
at an
a
interesting
messy
level.
crit. Oh boy.
All right. I'm going to offer you the chance to use a V5 mechanic called Succeed at a Cost. So, if you want some interesting information, what would be a good cost in this scenario? How about?
Good question.
Yeah, what would be a good cost in this scenario? That's tough because you're just trying to hear something. Okay, I'll do something interesting later on in next story because we're about to end here. If
Sure,
you choose to succeed at a cost, but this is your choice.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're gonna try to succeed at a cost.
Absolutely.
All right, I'm gonna come up with something, whatever the cost is next time, because I can't think of one off the top of my head at this moment. Maybe somebody in the audience
It's
could
gonna be fun.
come up with one for me. But what the success is, you hear as soon as they knock on the door, someone they just dash, they just run away. It's the faintest sound. You can be heard with the human ear, but it's not something that you generally. Someone's rushing off. They're in the back or downstairs or something. Someone's fleeing the scene.
There's an alley. There's an alley behind the pub, the bar.
There is. Do you want to go check it out?
I'm wearing heels, stiletto heels.
Take them off.
So I take them off and I go chasing after someone's running. I say, and I just take off.
Son of a.
Yeah.
I run as well.
Yeah, I'll follow.
I'm probably not going to be the fastest one though. I'm running on asphalt. Oh man.
Pretty sure one of us has celerity.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. I bet the one that would take celerity would be Lila. Do you have celerity?
No, I don't.
No!
Oh no, we've got a bunch of slow kindred.
Move, you big lumbering farm boy, you!
Wait. Lila doesn't have celerity?
No, I have presence and the obfuscate. So I'm really stealthy.
You can boost. Is it Dex for running though?
It's Dex, yeah, but it's
Okay,
still not celerity.
No, it's true, but you can use blood potency. Someone could probably not me because I'm hunger 3 already. To boost your Dex too.
I'll do a rouse roll and see if I could boost mine to a whopping 3 dice.
Wow,
this is not good. Right, let's do that rouse roll. Hunger gain.
Hunger gained. Welcome to the club.
Yep. And with that, I get my 3 dice because I have athletics 1 and dex 1.
Sure, go for a roll.
What you get?
I got 2 successes.
Well, that's good.
All right. See
I have
this
a cat
here.
here.
Awesome.
Did you guys pick that up? Oh, she ran away.
And you. All right, so you're chasing down this one individual.
here.
So is everyone bolting out back, or just John?
As soon as I see him bolting, I slow down. I do this symbolic kind of, you go on ahead without me, and I just walk back to my heels and put them on.
All right. So as you run around the corner, John,
Yep.
you come to an alley, but it's just dark, and you don't see anything. Like you could have swore he ran out here.
I don't have any ability to detect stuff. I'm like,
Oof. You can sweet talk them.
That's a good idea.
Lila, beat them up.
hey,
Pummel them senseless.
Well, we have to find them first, right?
That's true.
I put
Alright.
my hands up, assuming there's somebody here. Could be talking to a brick on the wall, but I say, hey, we don't mean any harm. We only came to talk. On your turf, on your terms.
And the silence is almost deafening, but this is where we're going to have to cut the scene. We're over time right now. We'll think about our next moves. But thank you, everybody, for joining us for Chicago by Night Blood City. Went through some interesting adventures here, talking to some kindred, trying to convince them not to interfere with the prince's plans. And next week, we'll see if we can find Mr. Dawson here. Thank you very much, and enjoy the night.
Thank you for running.
Yep.
See you, everyone.
See ya.